Hey guys, it's Magani Tapir back at it again with another video. Yeah, we're back into another video, another opinion. Let's rock and let's fucking roll. This video was brought forth, or this video idea, should I say, was brought forth when I saw a question on Quora or whatever it's called or however it's pronounced that said, why is Raoul de Chagny the most unlikable character in Phantom of the Opera? And I have a lot of opinions about that. Raoul, in my personal opinion, is the best character in Phantom of the Opera. We're only going to be talking about the stage musical, as I have not seen any movie besides the one with Gerard Butler, and I do not want to talk about that. And we're going to pretend that the sequel musical, Love Never Dies, is non-existent, because that is how it should be, if you ask me. But first, we're going to start by going over why do people hate Raoul so much? And I've been racking my brain trying to think about what they'd, dislike about him. Most complaints regarding him is just like, oh, he's stupid, he's an airhead. Yeah, he can be a little bit unsensible, but that doesn't mean he's stupid, But a lot of people just say that he's just there for a forced love triangle, which I do not believe whatsoever. Now, to delve further into this, we're gonna talk about the Phantom himself, Eric, whatever his last name is if he has one. So, let's talk about him and all the stupid, problematic bullshit he's done. A big part of Eric's character is that he is a piece of shit. Everyone's like, oh man, everyone in the fandom, is like, oh man, he's so fucking hot and talented. I'm like, he's a creepy piece of shit. He's creepy, he's like creepily possessive over Christine. Like, nobody can have her but me. Nobody can talk to her but me. Nobody can see her but me. And, like, the whole music of the night kind of thing, the whole, like, music of the night scene just kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies, because it seems like he is going to force her into some less than savory positions, if you will, and that is never a good thing. It's so romantic to have a dude who, I'd kill for you. But if you ask me, it's more romantic to have a guy who would die for you. A.k.a. Raoul de Chagny. Quite frankly, there are some things the Phantom has done to Christine in general that I feel like Raoul would never even think about doing to her. Like, forcing her to marry him. Bad boy, naughty, bad, go to your timeout corner. But Raoul, he asks her to marry him, and she's, like, super overjoyed about it, because, he's a gentleman, he cares about her best interest, and he doesn't want to lock her away in a goddamn sewer under a Paris opera house. Like, what the fuck is up with that? Like, oh, if I can't have her, nobody can. She'll only go out to sing and do performances and say, fuck you, Carlotta. But, Raoul lets her have her own goddamn life. And that is something we should be supportive of. Because, there are so many people just kind of romanticizing this abusive relationship, frankly, between Christine and Eric. She does not love him, she does not want to be there, but he forces her to be there all the same. Raoul, whenever he even sees she's a little bit uncomfortable, he's like, oh god, oh no, oh fuck, oh god, what am I gonna do? I don't want to make her uncomfortable. This is a good boy right here. This is a good quality lad. A good boy who you can take home to meet your parents. And I know what some of you are gonna say. oh man, Harlow, you just don't like the Phantom because he's ugly. He's got all this motivation to be a piece of shit because he was mistreated in his youth. Yeah, guess what, bitch? So was I. I'm I'm not living in a sewer though. I'm a functioning member of society, believe it or not. People just are like, oh man, but he was mistreated as a child. Well, guess what? Almost everybody was, in one way or another. Yes, he was in a circus. Yes, he was abused. But you know what? He could have, beaten that and been a real, model of it gets better. But no, he decides to become a weird, gross shut-in and just kind of stay under the opera house. He could have just, taken the mask if he was really that self-conscious about his face. He could have taken the mask. He could have gone up and been a normal fucking person. Like, Madame Geary could have taught him how to be a good, member of society. So this also kind of falls on her, but we're not going to talk about her anymore. Because this is a video about how I stand Raoul Descheny. Raoul is so well adjusted, compared to the Phantom, or just in general. He's a very well adjusted man. He's got a lot of passion. He wants to protect people he loves. He wants the best for everyone. And let's not forget that when he and Christine were kids, her scarf blew into the sea, and he was like, oh shit, I gotta impress her. So he fucking ran out into a cold ocean just to retrieve, a scarf that she probably even didn't even care about that much. And, that is what we call a grade A boy right there. But some people I've seen on Tumblr really decide to mischaracterize him as, this innocent, peppy, fucking, basically dog, golden retriever thing. And, that's not my boy. That's not my boy right there. Yeah, my boy wants the best for everyone. Yeah, my boy wants things to be okay. But my boy isn't hyperactive. My boy isn't a whiny little do-nothing like you draw him to be. My boy is a quality boy who can and will shoot someone with a fucking gun if he needs to. My boy is a boy who was ready to let himself die so Christine could finally be free of the Phantom. My boy is a boy who fell madly in love with a girl so long ago, and when he saw her again performing at an opera house, he automatically thought that she probably wouldn't remember him, and that is a good boy right there. She's had, this big, busy life, and he doesn't show any animosity towards her if she doesn't remember him, and that is what we call a grade A boy. Good boy. Quality boy. See how many times I can say boy referring to Raoul in this video. It's a lot of times because he's so fucking good. Now, people often claim, oh wow, Raoul didn't keep his hand at this level of his eyes. What a dumb fucking idiot. Well, if you didn't believe there was a fucking, opera ghost until, a while ago, and then you find out he's just a man, and, you're not even sure why you need to keep your hand at the level of your eyes. I'm not even sure why you need to keep your hand at the level of your eyes. I don't know why you gotta do that, but, if you don't know why you gotta do that, you're gonna probably just, slack a little bit and be like, they're not looking, I can lower it, because, after a while, that long fucking trek into the fucking sewer under the opera house, it's gonna be tiring to keep your hand at the level of your eyes. Why does he have to do that? Why does he have to keep his hand at the level of his eyes? Why do you claim that is one of his downfalls as a character for not doing that? I know for a fact you wouldn't do that, Rebecca. Why do you have to be mean to him for not doing it, all the time? Raoul is a quality fucking lad, okay? Raoul is a good boy. He cares about others. He cares about Christine. He really wants to be there. And, for a Viscount, he could easily be, the worst, most stuck-up, most self-centered person. But he's so caring and charismatic and just the nicest lad to ever exist. He is charming. He is handsome. He's everything you need in a man. He will protect you. He will make sure you're safe. If you don't want to do something, he'll try to work around it unless it's absolutely necessary to free you from the man who's been abusing you all these goddamn years. He's a good boy. In this house, we stand good quality lads, and Raoul is one of the best quality lads there is. There is no fighting on this. If you do not agree, you can catch these hands. Raoul is a good boy. Raoul is just a fantastic, best character in Phantom of the Opera, hands down. Everyone else kind of sucks, except for Christine, who is also a good girl. But, Eric's not a good boy, and, he can go fucking die in a ditch somewhere for all I care. Fuck the Phantom of the Opera. Not the show itself, but, the opera ghost. Fuck Eric, whatever his name was, his last name. Does he have one? Write in the comments if he has a last name, because I do not know. He might, but then again, he also might not, because he was a fucking circus boy or whatever. You don't get last names in the circus. I don't know. I don't know how that worked with him. Maybe he has a last name, maybe he doesn't, but you know who does? Raoul de Chagny. And you know who's the best boy? Also Raoul de Chagny. Seriously. Best boy right there. Historical boy. Historical French boy. He's a good lad. He's a very good lad, and if you do not agree with me, as I've said before, you can catch these goddamn hands.